Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today or tonight, I guess I should say, is like 3 a.m. right now. Hey Deb, welcome to the stream. Yay, audience. This is, yes, considerably later than I would normally be streaming this. I mean, at least compared to other streams of this particular game, Doki Doki Club meetings for the mod for Doki Doki Literature Club. Yeah, that's just how it worked out today. So yeah, let's just jump into it, I guess. So we're up to episode 9, I believe? That's where we left off. Yuri is acting president and finds something troubling. MC and Yuri say they're both fine, but are they? Natsuki makes a baking show mod. Yep, that sounds like about where I left, or where I remember leaving off. They are not. Yes, that's been made abundantly clear in the last bunch of episodes, really. You know, not that they're experiencing any trauma or anything. Also, hi ProCube, welcome to the stream. Anyway, yeah, let's start this up. Oh, hello again. I didn't bring you here in case you were wondering. The game just showed up here. I feel weirdly pressured to say something. It's strange. I'd say I'm probably the only person here in right home zone, therefore I'm not alone. And like the earliest time zone possible? Okay, like you're right up next to the international date line or something? Yeah, I believe Dev is also in that particular time zone. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, you know, I didn't specifically plan to stream this late. I woke up in the morning and it was a nice day, and I haven't really gotten to like just properly go out for a bike ride lately, and I need the exercise and stuff. So I just went. I mean, I partly prompted by Dev saying, "Oh, not going to be able to catch the stream this time because I believe he had a flight or something," and you were like, "You know, I'll probably just catch the VOD." I was like, "Okay, cool. I can take my time on the bike ride then." And I got back fully intending to stream around 6 p.m. But you know, those wildfires that are going on, they started on the East Coast and they've been spreading across Quebec and Ontario, and they're like the news reports have been like just smoke everywhere. There's just smoke everywhere. It's just everywhere, like across the country at this point, basically. It's really concerning. I hope they're working hard on putting those fires out, but you know, it's the season for it, I suppose. And plus, you know, climate change, yada yada. It just exacerbates it. So he was on a trip. I ain't complaining. Yeah, didn't plan to stream this late as communicated through Discord reactions. Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I was out there. Like my eyes were just stinging. I'm assuming it was from the smoke. Like I didn't particularly like smell smoke or anything, but I have a kind of weak sense of smell. To be honest, I don't really notice these things normally. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I just never had like. Sometimes I'll have my eyes will itch like from seasonal allergies, but it was like I had to like stop the ride and sit on a bench with my eyes closed for 15 minutes because it was like, oh, it was getting awful. And I had on the ride home, I was like this the whole way, and I was like, maybe it's best if I don't stare at a screen for for 3 hours when I get home. So I just like took a nap. So here I am, and Dev's online, so it all works out. Anyway, that's a lot of rambling. Let's get on. Back to Yuri. It's strange. I haven't been here since the incident. I'm not sure why I came back. I don't really mind the feeling of unreality that comes with being the club president. Regular life already feels unreal to me sometimes, I suppose. The awareness that comes with being club president can be a little agitating, though, and this space that Monica has created is very restful. So I suppose I just came here for a little calmness. I'm glad you came to visit. Sorry, I know you're probably waiting for me to say something. Normally, I'm actually a little bit of a solitary person, and I'm certainly not used to trying to perform. I guess I should focus on trying to have a natural conversation with you, but that's not easy for me either. Oh, there is one thing I'd like to talk to you about. Natsuki and I have been talking a lot recently about Sayori. Natsuki is concerned that Sayori's relationship with Kenzo is not a healthy one. Yeah, you think? You think? It's okay, she was speaking very slowly. I mean, there was, you're not as socially aware as Natsuki. Yeah, yeah. I was gonna say, I mean, there was a comment of, I think it was the last episode that just, like, does time freeze when if they don't click, if the player doesn't click and it advance to the next bit of dialogue, which in itself there's another existential question for them, you know. Are they just frozen in one frame of time? They do not perceive time as freezing. Yeah, exactly. Anyway, she is convinced that Sayori has ulterior, self-destructive motives. I mean, in a sense. I mean, it's basically, pretty heavily implied that she's only pursuing him just as a way to push MC away, push him out of the nest, as it were, and foist one of the other girls onto him, which is, unhealthy for a number of reasons. Hey, Beiji Sweetswell here. Welcome to the stream. Time for you is IRL all the time. Anyway, sure. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I figured you would know better than anyone what the truth of the matter is. What do you think is going on in Sayori's head? Oh. I'm not sure I should say ... or Natsuki is right. I mean, I think it's fair to say it's not a healthy relationship. I mean, she's using the guy to supposedly help someone else, and her notions of helping MC are deeply flawed. Um, it is flawed on many levels, really. I mean, like, first of all, like, it's not considered of Kenzo's feelings because what if he really uh, what if he's really serious about the relationship with Sayori, and she's just has him there just because. So if I ever made a space room scene, I can hide a timer that interrupts the tangent if you spend too long on a text box. Ha! Just suddenly you spend a lot of time on that line. Are you commentating? It's being recorded. Haha. Very funny. That'd be trivially easy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it can be done. It can be done. Anyway, yeah. Getting back to my analysis. Yeah. Yeah. Not fair to Kenzo. Um, it's kind of crappy to way to treat MC as well, in the sense that, I mean, okay, strictly speaking, Sayori is allowed to pursue whoever she wants. Like, it's not like she's tethered to MC or anything. Like, she's allowed to do that. It's just her reasons for doing it are really crappy. Yeah, I mean, it's hurtful to MC because she just said 1 week prior that that she loved him and wanted to be with him, yada yada yada. You know, and I get. I don't know, I'm sort of retreading old ground that I've said in previous weeks. I mean, I get that from her perspective, she has difficulty asserting herself. She's used to putting everyone else first, and therefore, when she expressed her feelings to MC, that was hard for her. And to have, like, in her mind, have that just slapped back down, and uh, say, like MC being concerned about her being suicidal and so on, like that immediately put her into a very defensive mode of, oh no, I'm making him feel bad. I can't make him feel bad. Forget everything I said. Go away. Like, and yeah. So, but I mean, yeah, I don't know. And it basically ends up being really hurtful to MC that he has his expectations that she had feelings for him dashed. Um, to say nothing of the cake. Happy birthday to the ground. But should you take advantage of your viewer vision to tell Yuri the contents of Sayori's head? Should you take advantage of your viewer vision to tell Yuri the contents of Sayori's head? I mean, that's an interesting question. I mean, there's that word should. I mean, it's. I had a former teacher who always said that should is a shaming word. I mean, well, it doesn't necessarily have to be, but if you're saying saying I should have done that, then yeah, it's easy to like shame yourself or shame others with that word. Normative judgments, sure. Um, Moral choices. I mean, so you say. This game of the year 20. Sure. I mean, it's shouldn't that be mod of the year, not game of the year? Yeah. I mean, you said before that choices I make here don't really have much impact beyond the immediate dialogue afterward. And on balance, I'd rather be honest and say Natsuki's right. I don't know. I mean, like you say, I mean, moral choices. I mean, like, maybe it's better to not say, in the sense that it's kind of not really any of Yuri's and Natsuki's business, and Natsuki's probably meddling a little too much for that, more than is healthy, all things considered. Oh yeah, and brings me to the other thing that I was going to say about it. You know, being an unhealthy relationship. That Sayori has this idea of pushing MC onto one of the other girls, which is like, and she's not picky about which of the other girls too. It's um, like she just sees them as interchangeable, which is, I don't know. I don't want to be that guy. I mean, that's borderline misogynistic, kind of. Maybe that word is a little overused in some circles, but it's like treating them like, oh, all girls of this game are the same, doesn't matter. Just push that girl on him so she can be used. You know, use that girl to make you feel better. Like, it's kind of icky. And it's icky that Sayori is treating her friends that way. You know. Sayori thinks they'll be happy because MC is nice. And by the way, Dev, is you're all specifically for live Dev commentary on DDSM or something? She suffers from early bad oversimplified thinking. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, you know, Yuri asked me a direct question. I'm gonna give her as direct an answer as this thing allows, and just say Natsuki is right. It's an unhealthy relationship. Sure, let's go with that. I mean, I could say I'm not sure I should say, but which I don't know. Hey, maybe this comment would endear me more to Yuri, because she's more of a she's someone who appreciates solitude, so she'd probably appreciate. Yeah. Oh yeah. You're right. We shouldn't meddle. You really wants to know. I mean, yeah, but exactly. She asked the question, so I figure I should answer it. Why do you think so? Sometimes the game lets me read thoughts I've read Sayori's. Just trust me on this. Um, like, I don't have to have read Sayori's thoughts to I just gave my long-winded analysis. I don't have to have read her thoughts to uh, 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 um, yeah, I don't need omniscience to have figured that one out. Yeah, exactly. Natsuki figured out exactly. Yeah, exactly. um, I, yeah, I don't know. Neither of these options sit well with me, to be honest. um, I mean, this I don't know. This feels weirdly invasive. Whatever. I'm gonna go with this option anyway. Oh, didn't know that. I guess that means that all the times the game has been on me, you might have been able to read my thoughts. Hmm. I'm surprised Monica has mentioned this to us. Oh yeah? I guess she might not know since she tries not to pay too much attention to the game view. Be honest, I guess, yeah. I'll have to talk about it with her later. Anyway, what exactly is Sayori's thinking on this? Why do I only have one option? She's just going out with whoever to push MC away for, quote, for his own benefit, unquote. Well, I guess that's the only option. Here we go. I see. Classic self-destructive Sayori. Hmm. Well, I'm not even sure what to do with this information. I can't exactly confront Sayori with it. I'll think on it some more. Maybe an idea will come to me. Yeah, no, don't confront Sayori with it. Just, I mean, I don't know. Um, it's the situation is a bit of a train wreck at present. It's probably something Sarah needs to figure out on her own. I don't know if external meddling will help it. Um, hey, Spooky Waters, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Weirdly invasive is kind of a Yuri staple now that I think about it. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Well, it has been a pleasure, but I'd like some time by myself to read, if possible. I guess you can't control where and when you go, though. But I can. Anyone in particular you'd like to go visit while I have some time to myself? Oh, wait, you can choose? Okay. Shall I just go through these in order, assuming it's going to let me look at all of them? Or, should I check on Sayori? You will only see one of these scenes, so beware. Oh, really? Okay, maybe I'll save it first then. Unless you save, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, like in the previous week, I was like waiting to see what happens with MC, but I don't know. We more or less found that out now, I guess. I mean, Sayori's probably going to be lots of sad, like all the other times. Folks been on her. It could be neat to see Monica, see if she's freaking out on about not having access to the game and so on. Excuse me. Or Natsuki. I mean, where do we leave off with her? She's one that she made that baking mod thing that she's gonna present today. Well, I'm for purposes of this stream, I'm probably not gonna go through all of them. What would be the best one to pick here? Hey, I'm up to 8 viewers at the moment. Wow, how'd that happen? I didn't. I thought maybe at this hour I wouldn't have much of an audience. Oh well. Anyway. Darn. Having analysis paralysis again. I mean, we checked on MC before, and I'm fairly satisfied knowing where is it at this point. It might be good to go after follow Natsuki to find out what she's scheming, because she did hint that she was trying to come up with some kind of scheme to get MC and Sayori back together. Having DD7's power strengthen. She is scheming. Yeah, I know, that's what I'm afraid of. Always scheming. Yeah. You know, Sayori's kind of all sad all the time. Is in her perspective moments. So. I mean, I don't know. It could be good to see where she is at in her particular state of mind at this point. Hey, maybe we'll get some more insight into Kenzo if we visit her. But I don't know. I'm kind of leaning towards Natsuki at the moment. To see if she's scheming. Though I am curious. I mean, I am curious about how Monika's holding up, because she kind of was freaking out the last time she gave up her presidential powers. Maybe just pick one randomly. I don't know. I'm gonna go with Natsuki. Natsuki. You know, it's funny. I know we started off with a bit of a rocky relationship, but she's sort of become my best friend over the last few months. Aww. Sometimes I think she worries too much on my account, but it's nice to have someone who's looking out for you. Please be sure she's doing alright if you would. See you soon, I hope. See Natsuki.chr. Alright, totally ready to go. Anything I'm forgetting? Uniform looks good. Got all the books in the backpack and everything else I need. Anything I need for the literature club? Shit, I forgot to write my poem. I don't remember the prompt. I'll just have to suck it up and ask Monika, I guess. What was the prompt? I don't even remember now. Better than not having a poem to share. Hey, yo, what was the poem prompt for this week again? Are you only just now starting yours? Maybe, maybe not, who can say? Well, you can. Just give me the prompt. Shh. Give me the prompt, Monika. It was writing about a place that's special to you. Okay, thanks. Alright, now glad that's taken care of. A place that's special to me, huh? Oh, a console command that could actually possibly make sense of the real syntax. Yeah. Yeah. I'm presuming that if we had Monika's perspective, it would have been her receiving the message from Natsuki. How many irons in the fire does Natsuki have, Dev? Entirely too many? Irons in the fire? I'm not sure what that expression means in this context. Monika does receive that message from Natsuki if you ever see. Yeah. Place that's special to me, huh? I got it. The literature club closet is where it's at. Gotta write this quickly though, I don't have a lot of extra time. Oh, gotta bring MC's birthday present. Wait, MC's birthday present? Oh, okay. We just... I was gonna say, oh, did we retcon in MC's birthday? But I guess he did state his... Did he say his birthday? In the... Everyone was stating their birthdays before in the previous episode. I'm trying to remember. Did MC say? Did he say what his birthday was, or did they just declare a birthday or something? Because he's the April 29th. Oh, okay. That one was called the best place in the world. Yeah. Suppose it'd be more like yeah. Because he does spend a lot of time in the closet. Ha 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 ha. April 29th, which is episode released on, yeah. Okay. Should be a fun day today. Is that all we got? Okay. So what do you guys all get for MC's birthday? I love birthdays. Oh, really? Isn't that a bit raw there? That kind of, okay. Especially his. I got him a rolling pin. He's been trying to bake recently, so I figured, hey, let's get him hooked. I got him a book. Of course you got him an effing book. By the way, it's been forever, absolutely forever since I used a rolling pin. Um, the place I'm living here doesn't have an oven. Well, at least my part of it doesn't have an oven. I just have a hot plate and a microwave, so I can't really bake anything. April 29th is when he fixed things? Anyway. What bug? It's called Ender's Game. Okay, I'm aware of that one. I think he'll like it. I just got him a few months of a subscription to an anime site. Hold on, back up. Anime site? Typically, when a noun starts with a vowel, you use an instead of a. Oh well. Oh, knowing what is ruined. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, sorry about that. Time seems to have meaning for a while. Anyway, I'm sure you'll love that. And what about you, Sayori? Did you get him anything interesting? Totally. I got him 6 candy bars. Wow, that is a serious gift coming from you. The real question is how many you started with. Yeah, I was just thinking that. Or have some of the ones you originally meant to give him disappeared? That's how many I had to begin with, although I really wanted to eat one of them. But you haven't. That's sweet of you. So, Natsuki, how did it go baking with MC last week? Went well. Alright, I guess. Uh-oh. Now Sayori's scheming. Game takes place in September, right? So there was a half year where he stuck in the void trying to code. Time does not necessarily track in that way. Yeah, exactly. Get with the program, BG Sweet. Have a different headcan festival? No, September 22 festival can. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Well, alright, I guess. Did anything interesting happen? No. I know you're obsessed with getting him together with one of us, but no hookups occurred. It was strictly platonic. It was. You can ask him. Well, all I know is the lights went out in the kitchen, then the lights went out on in his bedroom for a while, and then lights went off and you left. That's kind of creepy, Sayori. Yeah. You always spy on people when they're at MC's house? Only when I'm trying to get them together. Yeah, well you can go on trying. Truth is that he belongs with you and you know it. Oh. Sayori's so smug, yeah. And you'll realize that soon enough. Okay, that's enough boy talk for now. Some of us actually have classes to go to. I'll see you at the club later today. You were present during all that. Did you figure out anything of what was going on when we were baking? I could tell that you were right about it being purely platonic. For the most part. What is that? But it was totally platonic. It was, but it wasn't hard to feel that you think MC is attractive and you were using willpower to keep it platonic. I have a newfound appreciation for Monica's tendency to remain silent about what she picks up from the game. By the way, completely unrelated side note. One gripe I have about the MPT is the blushing sprites. There's the line between blush and non-blush is it's a little fine. Like the blushing sprites that came with the game blended it a little better. Like it's most noticeable like with Natsuki and Yuri. Yeah, true. Yeah. I don't know. It's kind of bugged me. Oh well, moving on. Don't worry, your secret's safe with me. Come on, we should get going too. Sunburnt, yeah. So now we want to use this linear approximation to approximate the value of the fourth root of 10. This is so boring. Shh, you're gonna get us in trouble. This here Yama never notices anything. She's too focused on her lecture. Are you excited for today? Sure, I guess. Club day is always fun. Can't remember anything else to be excited about? Not that I know of. Hee. Is there something else I should be excited for? If you can't remember anything, I guess there must not be. But if you're looking for things to be excited about, you're sitting next to me still. Hirayama alert. Is there something special about Hirayama? I mean, Ida was the only really interesting character that Natsuki was talking to in the previous episode. Now, is he just a teacher? Yeah, exactly. That's what I figured. Yeah, like here, the line, the blush line isn't as noticeable. You know, it's like Natsuki and Yuri that are one word is a little more abrupt. Back to good old mixed messages, Sayori. Yeah, seriously, it's just mixed messages, Sayori. Like yeah, she's kind of all over the place. Oh well, moving on. Is that flirting? Not sure you should be flirting now that you have a boyfriend and all, especially with a handsome guy like me. Well, you definitely shouldn't be flirting with me either like that. And not that I was flirting with you in the first place. Wow, it's like I've been taking lessons from Natsuki. Had to mix it up with so shouldn't, yeah. When did you get so confident? I remember when you used to stutter anytime you talked to girls. Even me sometimes. Yeah, well, I guess there's just something about cute girls with red bows in the hair that fills me with confidence. We should probably stop. I mean, you really do have a boyfriend now. I'm not sure you'd appreciate her banter. I don't want to sabotage your relationship or anything like that. I mean, it's just harmless talk. Sayori! MC just established a firm boundary and you're pushing it. I mean, he, of all people, has reason to be really uncomfortable with this. It's like Riku never appears again? Aw. Have we met Goral yet? Oh yeah, Goral. Yeah, Goral appears in episode 2? Appears in episode 2? I mean, that was the individual that Natsuki was chatting with, but... MC, I don't want to sabotage your relationship or anything like that, sorry, but I do! Yeah, exactly. She texted us. Okay, yeah. Anyway. Just harmless talk. Nothing wrong with that. You know, Sayori, you're just making everything uncomfortable. Like you just, I don't know. We need to nickname you Bad Idea Sayori. Sus Yuri, yeah. Honestly, I don't think Kenzo would even notice or care. I care though. Really don't. Yeah, so at least somebody cares about Kenzo. I really don't want to do anything that would risk putting you in a difficult spot. So I don't mind bantering, but I'll try to keep it from being so, flirty? Yeah, as hard as that is. Ugh, I'm doing it again. Oh boy. Sayori did say she was bringing Kenzo today, right? She did. Sure seems like the three of us end up talking. Sure seems like the three of us end up talking together about Sayori a lot. You're the one who wants to do a secret scheme to get her and MC together. Yeah, I know. It just feels weird to constantly be talking about her without her here. I'm actually kind of nervous. Oh. That was weird. I pushed the enter key twice and it took a few seconds before it to actually register it. That was weird. Another chat MC mode call it character development. At least the chat MC-ness is consistent unlike some other mods. I get anxious about meeting new people. Have either of you ever, met Kenzo? No. Me either, I've only heard about him. What do you hear about him? Basketball player, really into cars. I think he and his friends are trying to rebuild a car. Basketball player, hey, there's some character establishment. I don't think that's been mentioned before. Kenzo is indeed a Chad. He's a car guy. I mean, the really into cars was already pretty firmly established. I see. I wonder what he looks like. Hi everyone, this is my boyfriend Kenzo. Natsuki whispers to Yuri. What's this look from Yuri here? Is it just me, or does Sayori have a type? It's not just you. He definitely looks very similar. Kenzo, these are my friends from the Literature Club. This is Monica. The short one is Natsuki. And that's Yuri. Hi everyone. Is this the Monica? That's me. You play volleyball, right? That's right, setter and captain. And I hear you play basketball. Yeah, oh, focus change fail. Yeah, I do. Not sure I'm going to keep doing it after high school, though. It really looks like you're not going to guess what happens next. It's pretty fun, though, I guess. How about you two girls? Any interesting hobbies? Yes. I play soccer. Wait, does she? Did we know that? And, right? No mention of baking? I'm mostly right. Oh, also, what sort of stuff do you guys write? All sorts of stuff, like graphic novels, video game coding. I occasionally dabble in poetry. She mentioned it earlier regarding one of her poems, the soccer thing. Yeah, okay. The secret dating tip that the protagonist of your visual novel hates. Fancy. What about you, Yuri? Nothing very good. What? Aw, Yuri, be nice to yourself. Mostly things that I keep to myself. But like Natsuki, I write a lot of poetry. Cool. Well, got a jam for now. Catch you later, okay, Shika? Okay. Kenzo walks back down to the school. Oh, thank goodness. Natsuki and Yuri, I will never understand you two. You're perfectly capable of normal human interaction with club members, but meet someone new and you guys completely lose it. Look, you know how we do with people we don't know well yet. I get defensively uppity, and Yuri turns into an isolated hermit. Wow, what's with this vowel starting word thing? No, my Anne. Yeah. Turns into an isolated hermit living far from civilization who has never before seen another human being. Yeah, sorry. Brought to the voice. That actually sounds rather nice at the moment. Monica, we need to come early and set up the club for MC's birthday, right? Right, just a couple minutes. It shouldn't take too long. By the way, I think MC forgot it's his birthday. He's so absent-minded. Yeah, unlike you, Sayori. Well, if he has forgotten, it'll be that much better surprise. See you guys at the club. I once had a surprise birthday meeting thing. I, I was participating in a play because I do like musical theater stuff. I remember it was 2008. The production was Gypsy, which is unfortunately titled play because that's kind of a slur. But it's based on the burlesque performer Gypsy Rose Lee. That's the name she went with. Anyway, yeah, and I showed up for rehearsal, and I guess people were looking at Facebook birthdays, and because Facebook has your birthday displayed on it, and like one of the ladies starring in the show just randomly came out with a birthday cake saying happy birthday. I was like, what? And everyone else joined in, and it was really sweet. I did not expect that at all. I don't really pay any heed to my birthdays usually, really. Like you said it that way, so canon. Yeah, sure. No need to. No need to get an AI about it? Hmm. Anyway, moving right along. That little anecdote aside. Before you go, I found something that I wanted you to know about. Oh, hold on a moment. World bat roof now per world dot bat? Call telefortress loading? Okay. Al, not AI, pun joke? Hmm. I don't know. I feel lost. Okay, moving on. uh, so I was digging around a bit in the file structure Monica maintains locally. I'm not exactly sure how she's doing that. I think she's actually using a cloud server, but I can't tell if the files are sitting in some simulated server in this reality or hosted somewhere on your internet. Anyway, I found a very interesting file in one of them. It's called escapeplan2.exe. Oh. Um, this seems to be a nod to the original game. At one point in Act 2, Monica's poem causes the blue screen of death to pop up on the screen, and it says, amongst the messages says escape plan in it, which Monica later in Act 3 says was her trying to find a way to escape the game. So presumably this is her trying to escape again. Presumably. Monica's secret folder, her secret homework folder. Oh no. Homework slash definitely homework slash important homework files slash serious. Yeah. Yep, technically she is trying to escape again. Oh yeah. It, well, let me show you. Hmm? Displayed? Oh, okay. Are you supposed to read this here? To Sayori.chr, Yuri.chr, Natsuki.chr, MC.chr. Oh yeah, I never figured out the MC.chr thing. I mean, I haven't really looked at it since I realized it wasn't the same, the simple cipher that I was hoping it was. uh, WP character files, gameworld.bat. If club president is Monica, all screen. Excuse me. Maybe there's some leftover pollen from outside, or from my bike ride or something. Call screen dialogue. Club president last chance to change your mind. Think about what you're doing. Think about player. Okay, action return. Presumably, she wrote these sentences in here to remind herself to think about it before she tries to activate it. What would she escape into, though? Yeah, good question. Like what is the the rules for the game world are fuzzy to begin with. Intentionally so. You're supposed to. I dare say you're supposed to fill in whatever, um, like whatever you think. Whatever rules you want, really. You just fridge logic it. And any mod just like tend to. I was gonna say tend to play fast and loose with the rules, although it's depends on the mod really. Visual Studio code in Canon DDCM. Monica uses VSC Canon. Slam it down in the book. It's not. We'll give you that for free. It's much simpler than Enigma. Oh, wow, the only thing she can think of, but Yuri will explain to you if you don't want to try to figure out Monica's weird custom code. .exe is obsolete file. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just curious to know what it says. Confirm selected armed equals armed menu to clip president's confirm choice. And all the choices say abort, abort, abort. Don't click here. Confirm. Don't click here. Abort, abort, abort. Like she has a bunch of menu options. confirms selected equals I I'll leave you be. That's her last line from your reality, the song. Jump goodbye. So there's all these say restore Monica, including the one that says don't click here. She's presumably she put don't click here as a buffer so she doesn't actually accidentally click confirm. Uh, Basically, this is sort of hinting that she's scared to go through with it. Label goodbye if confirm selected is not I leave you be. Call restore from yeah, just to fail safe, even though it shouldn't. Even though this line of code should never execute, she's still going to put it in there as a redundant liner. Says, yeah, restore Monica anyway. Else pass call scatter. Scatter protocol? Scatter Monica.chr. Delete altered locations, I guess. Delete Monica.chr. Call in Remfry call show poem goodbye. Is this is this the goodbye poem she has from the original game, or is this something different? Exactly, buffer options, not if Torch analyzes himself. Good code both shows up paranoid Monica as being activated accidentally. Yeah, exactly. Reminds me of this code I found in an FNF mod engine where it defaults a setting twice. Using a check to see if it's null and setting to something if it is. Okay, moving on. I'm not sure how much of this you understand, and there are some external dependencies here that would prevent you from understanding it fully. Plus, Monica, as usual, is using her weird custom language, but this is basically a suicide program for Monica. First, she commits program control to world.bat, which is the file that essentially tells the program how to simulate our world now. I mean, it does say delete Monica character. I did kind of wonder what restore Monica means in this context. Anyway, sorry. She commits program control to world.bat, which is the file that essentially tells the program how to simulate our world now. Then she temporarily write protects everyone with a character file besides her, so she can't hurt us with what she's going to do. She also locks in a .chr variable in us which, as far as I can tell, controls how sad we feel about some things relating to Monica. Then she sends herself a confirmation message, giving herself a chance to back out. And if she confirms, she starts up a scupper program. And that erases every trace of her from every file, along with any custom location she's created, like the space room. And then she displays what is essentially a suicide note to you and whoever the new club president is, and things move on. I've been kind of distressed since finding this. The program's actually been accessed constantly, either for editing or because Monica was toying with killing herself. But at the very least, it shows that she hasn't forgotten it's there and hasn't deleted it yet. So you can understand, perhaps, why I'm worried. Yeah, I think that's worth talking to her about. Initiate suicide protocol. I mean, sorry, by suicide protocol, I mean the questions you ask of someone of a suicidal person, as detailed in my own mod series as No to Suicide. You know, shameless plug. The expert, sure. Hey chat. Hey Lord Casera, welcome to the stream. How's it going? Yeah, Yuri just found out that Monica wrote a suicide program, and she is concerned. I actually Looking at this kind of freaks me out. Hang on. Oh, she used the H word. Reverting display. Much better. Oh, wait. There we go. Anyway, yes, this is very troubling. The fact that this exists makes me very nervous. Monika is a very good friend to all of us, and I don't want to lose her. Whether because she activates this or it accidentally gets triggered. Plus, it would be very easy to use this to wipe out any of us completely. I guess if I deleted it, there'd be nothing to keep Monika from writing it again. It just really worries me to know it's there. Anyway, I just wanted you to know about this, okay? Maybe talk to Monika about it if you get the chance? Or maybe you could talk to Monika about it if you get the chance, Yuri. Shameless plug, haha, yeah. Initiate suicide protocol vanishes. Like, no, not that suicide protocol. Um, anyway. She respects your opinion. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Maybe if you ask her to, she'd get rid of this awful thing. Although I guess you'd have to be careful about how you did it. She'd probably be pretty upset if she just learned all of a sudden that I showed you this. I guess you'll have to find a way to deal with it naturally. Well, I mean, this mod kind of gives us limited options of things to say, so I don't know. Well, I've probably taken enough of your time. Thanks for bearing with me. I wish you the best of luck with Monika. Yeah. It's kind of telling in its own way if Monika would title a suicide program Escape Plan. I mean, she was talking about escaping the game. That the way she talked about it sounded like she wasn't using the word escape as death, or like she thought she would still be present outside of the game or something. One of the escapes ever. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Call tell the roof. Okay. Roof per Yuri.chr loading. Wow, that really is a weird feeling. Oh, I'm slightly late for class. Gotta get moving. See you soon. So it's Miss Ida again. Here, based Miss Ida. Wait a moment. So the assignment for next time will be pages 255 to 298. And just as a small hint, I wouldn't be surprised if the table on page 263 was very important on the final exam. Yeah. Class dismissed. As the class shuffles away, MC stays behind. Hi, Miss Ida. MC, what can I do for you? I'm not sure I really understand what acids and bases actually are. Well, for today, we were assuming everything was happening in a solution of water, right? But very simply, the kinds of acids we were talking about today are things that give off protons in water, while a base is something that gives off hydroxide, or OH minus, in water. I think I get that, and they neutralize each other because the OH minus and the H plus make more water. It's H2O. Almost, but it's not quite that simple. One very long explanation of acids and bases later. Nice filler conversation. Yeah. Also being relatively informational. Yeah. And then it becomes water. Wait, there's... if she was giving a more detailed description beyond a hydroxide combines with hydrogen to make water, then that might actually be beyond me. And I consider myself fairly nerdy, but I have fairly nerdy levels of trivia knowledge in that sort of regard. I'm excited for more information on chemistry that you ever want. Yeah. Oh, hey, sorry, Turbojet 84. Hope time for you. Yeah, sorry, I didn't see that. The color. Maybe I'm going colorblind. The color scheme of the names just as they're displayed sometimes throws me. Yeah, this is. They actually, for some reason, Twitch is using a lot of red and green today. Is that show? Is that show? I guess it does. Yeah, looks like it shows on the display on the screen there. But this would be troubling for a lot of colorblind people because red-green colorblind is like the world's #1 most common color blindness. Like that's why every colorblind test you see has like red dots mingled with green dots to see if you can distinguish them. So yeah, this is not colorblind friendly. Anyway, just tuned in. Yeah, cool. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for the lurk. Everyone, oops. Everyone is orange and red except BGC2 is green. To me, oh yeah, okay. I have like OBS open and Chrome open with the stream display on, so it's like everything's like a little thumbnail view. Anyway, must be celebrating faux Christmas, haha. This is weird steel. I call it more of a dull green. Although I see on the overlay, it looks like more of a lime green. Everything is going black for me. I should head to bed. Fair enough. You have a good night, TurboJet84. You didn't get that bad? I mean, I have moments where I'm like nodding off in front of the computer, so relatable. Anyway, moving right along. And then it becomes water. At least that's how it works with everything we were talking about today. Okay, I think I get it. Thanks, Osida. You're very welcome. I actually had a question I wanted to ask you, if you don't mind. What's that? You're friends with Natsuki, right? Oh. Interesting. I mean, Natsuki is the one that she was talking to in the previous episode. Is that names get random colors? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, from week to week, this thing has been pretty consistent about giving Dev that dull green color, BG Suite the deeper green, and ProCube red, and Kusiro also red. At least on the like the Twitch display here, it might get randomized or altered somewhere along the lines on the way to being displayed on the screen, or at least for some people. Anyway, moving on. What's Ida going to say about Natsuki here? And I said, I don't know about others. I didn't ever consciously set a color for my profile, so I wonder about that. He's friends with Natsuki, right? Yes. Well, she's been acting a little strangely. It seems to me like something very unusual happened to her recently that she doesn't want to talk to anyone about. And it's a little concerning. Would you know anything about it? So you do, but you also don't want to talk about it. MC nods. It's a full body nod. How do you and Natsuki know each other again? We're both in the literature club. We get together to read and write stuff on Wednesdays. I see. Well, let me ask you this, MC. You don't have to tell me what it is that happened to her if you don't want, but is she alright? Well, yeah, I'd say she's fine. I mean, she has problems like anyone else, but for the most part, I'd say she's doing well. Everyone's got machinations and ulterior motives this episode, even Ida. Yeah. Miss NPC. RGB value input? Plans within plans? Entire being ducks, yeah. And how are you? I'm alright, I guess. Everything okay with you and Sayori? Okay. Is it that apparent that he has an issue with Sayori? he hasn't talked to her about this, has he? Does everyone know about that? I'm afraid so. You two are very close. Well, we still are. We're just very close friends. MC, this thing that happened to Natsuki, did it also happen to you? I mean, that's really vague. I mean, it's like, what? It's very vague. Like, what thing could she be referring? I mean, if she's referring to the fact that they realize they're video game characters, then yeah, it did happen to them. But it could have been anything that was troubling her. I mean, there are a number of different things that could have been troubling her, you know. So, I was making very clever use of what little information she has. Yeah, she's trying to. Is she fishing for information now? She's trying to get MC to admit to something. She doesn't casually know as much as the player. Anyway, moving on. Yes, and you're sure you don't want to talk about it? It's not that I don't want to. It would probably feel really good to tell someone all about it who wasn't part of it and make sure I'm sane. But I couldn't. For one thing, it's a decision that everyone who was involved would have to make as a group, I think. And for another, I'm not sure it would be fair to you to tell you. Yes, Natsuki said something similar. Well, I respect your choice, but just know that I'm happy to talk about it, even if it might upset me. Careful what you wish for. And thanks for looking out for me, MC. And Miss Ida's next episode, Miss Ida gets introduced to the Literature Club as a new permanent character, as someone else who also knows about the nature of the world. And then she gets her own character file. Miss Ida catches. No, I never do such a thing. If you say so. I won't keep you any longer. See you next time. Thanks for helping me understand the material. Not a problem, it's my job. Honestly, it was the worst. I thought I'd never get out of that closet. What? MC getting out of a closet? Wait, what? Are you... There's something you haven't been telling us, MC. Teacher supervision does ruin the fun after all. Yeah, I mean, it'd be a very different dynamic if they had an adult present at all times, I would think. Wish Miss Ida was a regular cast member. She's so cool. Yeah. Yeah, what's the point of an anime story where actual responsible adults exist? Yeah, I mean, if I'm honest with myself, that's part of the appeal of writing these mods, I think. You can just write people making bad decisions, and it's like, well, they're doing it because they're inexperienced teenagers who don't know better. You know, not that you suddenly necessarily become responsible when you reach adulthood. Hey, Shaka Marine, welcome to the stream. MC coming out of the closet based. Yeah. GGLC reference. Yeah. Or therapy, God forbid. Yeah, no kidding. MC with the Kinsey scale of 1 is canon, right? Yeah, I've been thinking I would like to excuse me. I would like to stream the GGLC. I think I might, like, after tomorrow's episode of club meetings, I might do GGLC right afterward, so that I theoretically have an audience at the time. It's a tricky thing because it's like I don't have a regular streaming schedule, so and it's such a short mod that if I just pick a random time to stream it, like I probably won't have a full audience until like it's almost over. But if I do it like on the tail end of a club meeting stream, I theoretically have a better chance of having an audience watching it. So I think that could be good. stay on for that though, and I played it. Yeah, exactly. That's what I was thinking. And it'd be nice to stream it before June ends. We're onto the 18th. We're going into the 18th now. I stream a dev commentary. Yeah. She doesn't know something about herself. Well, yeah. I have streamed a dev commentary before. I mean, I streamed Storm. You know, when that came out, that came out in 2020. Wow, it came out. Yeah, no kidding. It came out at the end of 2020. It's like 2.5 years ago. That's crazy. Anyway, moving on. Wait, when did this happen to you? Oh, like a couple years ago. Oh my gosh, I think I remember hearing a bang sound coming from next door around then. Guess I probably should have investigated. It definitely would have been nice to have you come save me. It would have been a lot less embarrassing. Probably. You sure aren't being friendly with each other, all things considered. Still shipping them pretty hard, aren't you? Oh, really? Look at them. They are being rather collegial for all the recent heartbreak that should have occurred. Collegial? Interesting. Guys, quit spoiling content with yourself. So even I don't know what happens next. I'm the one writing it. Anyway, I have to obligatory looking up collegial. Relating to or involving shared responsibility, as among a group of colleagues, judges cultivate a collegial atmosphere in instructing the jury. Yeah, I mean, that's what I would have thought it meant, because, you know, it has college in its base, like colleague, you know? It's a curious choice of word in this context. You're literally incapable of using the word friendly in this context, yeah. Oh well, anyway. I suspect that Sayori is just too kind and friendly to maintain any emotional distance, and MC wants very much to prove that he's okay and not that badly hurt, though I fear that might not be the case. And that's a very detailed view of the situation, just my opinion based on observing them. I mean, that's a fair observation. I don't know if maybe Yuri's dialogue here is different if you chose the other options earlier. Here's like the knight in chess has to make four moves to move north 1 square. Ha 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 ha. Yeah. Is it 4 moves? I think you can do it in 3 moves. I'm just visualizing the knight's moves. Just trying, but I think this is the episode where MC and Sayori are flirting more because it's become taboo and thus more exciting. Yeah, that's a good summary. Pretty much. 3 or 4, yeah, sure. Or perhaps this can be turned into a way to get them back together. Well, that's a little ominous. Okay, everyone. Today I thought we'd look at another mod made by one of our club members, specifically Natsuki. Then we'll do poems and emails, and then we'll wrap it up. Why don't you tell us about your mod, Natsuki? It's not really anything fancy. It's mostly just like a cooking show, but in mod form. But the recipe's a really good one. I coded this one mostly. It wasn't quite as tricky as Yuri's from last week, so we only needed one of us. So without further ado, let's play it. Remember not to talk during this, everyone, or it'll confuse the game on our viewers' end. Baking with Natsuki. By Natsuki. Applause. Like the canned applause sound effect. This is a cute song. Anyway. One of us. Yeah. 3, yeah. Wide up left, tall up right down. Yeah, exactly. Or tall left down, perhaps. I know this reference to Yuri's mod from last week. Yeah, exactly. And coming to you in front of a fictional live studio audience from a minimum second order simulation, it's Baking with Natsuki. And here's your host, Natsuki. This looks like MC's kitchen. with the sound effects. Anyway, moving on. Hello everyone. My name is Natsuki, and this is Baking with Natsuki. So the audience, Baking with Natsuki. That's right. And before we begin today, I'll be joined as usual by my lovely special assistant. This talks sound effects add a lot to the quirkiness. Oh yeah. Oh, it's perfect. This kitchen is the only kitchen in the universe, so yeah. Yeah, I believe DDLC Abridged played on that concept. Like, no rooms exist except the ones that are displayed. Not counting Yuri's. Yeah, I mean, there was another kitchen displayed earlier, wasn't there? I don't know. Anyway, moving on. Lovely special assistant. Now, who could that be? Yuri, maybe? Who would Natsuki describe as lovely? Monica, maybe? I don't know. Let's see. Come on out, Yuri. Hello, everyone. Natsuki thinks that Yuri is lovely. Confirmed. Nothing being foreshadowed here. Yes. Ladder to the bedroom move. Anyway. Excuse me. Hello, everyone. Yuri. Yes? You're supposed to be wearing your uniform. But she's not wearing a uniform. Yeah, and you can see, and that's right. I have to draw attention to it because Yuri's blushing. There's a visible line there, like it's like a straight line there. It sort of stands out compared to base game blushing sprites. Oh well. That's Yuri Ken, GG. Yeah, it's like I'm seeing Sarah destined to be via elimination. You're supposed to be wearing your uniform, but you're wearing normal clothes. That's because I'm the charismatic star of this show, and you're the eye candy assistant. Now go change into your damn uniform. Fine. Ugh. So hard to find good help these days. Is Yuri changing in front of Natsuki just off camera now? Yeah, I was considering Natsuki wrote all this dialogue. Can't believe the bi girl's objectifying her GF SMH. Yeah. Now, while we wait for Yuri to go change, let's talk about what we're making today. Phase. It's a drum roll. I guess it's looping. Oh, it's not looping, never mind. Drum roll. Today's recipe is peanut butter kiss cookies. That's right, often seen around the holidays, these small peanut butter cookies with a chocolatey kiss in the middle are delicious at any time. Now we'll start with the ingredients list, but first... Yuri, what's taking so long? Oh, your eyebrows vanished. So, some eyebrows aren't compatible with these eyes. I found that out while writing Yuri's new toy. Another shameless plug. Which is why I did another update where put her eyebrows back. Anyway. In just a minute. Better. There's a cool person who actually followed this recipe and replies about it in a future email. Oh, neat. Multiple, actually. Oh, really? That's cool. Definitely. Now, while I go get everything out, why don't you tell our audience what ingredients they'll need for this recipe? For this recipe, you'll need half a cup of brown sugar, half a cup of regular sugar, half a cup of unsalted butter, half a cup of non-chunky peanut butter. Natsuki, are these all half a cup of something? Keep reading, nerd. 1 egg, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, about 2 cups of flour, a teaspoon of baking soda, a pinch of salt, another half cup of regular sugar. You already had a half cup of sugar, so a full cup of sugar then. Check me out here as Dev 2 Aquatic Boogaloo. Yeah. Don't question it, just read. and 3 to 4 dozen chocolate kisses. I guess it would be copyright infringement to refer to Hershey's chocolate kisses. They're probably, I mean, I don't know, Hershey's is the first name that comes to mind. I suppose there might exist, like, no-name kinds of kisses. Anyway, moving on. That would have been a funny, good joke. Sorry. Who died if the next ingredient was 1/2 cup of egg? Yeah. I was thinking that. You didn't read it right. 3 to 4 dozen non-specified in a legal sense chocolate kisses. Yeah, exactly. Better. And that's it. That's not it, Yuri. Read the whole damn thing. This is Natsuki's fantasy. She gets to order Yuri around. Again, because she wrote both sides of the dialogue. This is ridiculous. Read it. And most important of all, lots and lots of tender love. That's us that Natsuki wrote this? Yeah. That's right, Yuri. Love is the most important ingredient in anything you bake. Now let's talk prep. For this recipe, you'll need just one big bowl, a baking pan, and some baking parchment. And your oven, of course. Make sure you throw the legally non-specified chocolate kisses into the refrigerator well beforehand. They do best when they start cold. Yeah, makes sense. Now the first thing to do is to start your dough. If you would be so kind to start mixing, Yuri. First, we mix all the brown sugar, one of our 2 batches of 1/2 cup of regular sugar, the butter, and the peanut butter. It helps if you let the butter get up to room temperature first, or it'll be really hard to mix. Yeah. Yeah, it would be. You really need to mix this thoroughly and firmly until it's consistent and really fluffy. Yeah, I used to always get butter because that's what I grew up with in my household, but eventually it just eventually I got sick of the fact that it's like if you leave it in the refrigerator it gets too hard, and if you leave it out it spoils too quickly, and it's like I just switched to using margarine because you can count on it to be a particular consistency regardless. A lot more convenient. I don't know if one or the other is particularly healthier. I mean, you're trading you're trading animal lipids for vegetable lipids. It's like fat versus oil. I don't know. There are different schools of thought about what's healthy or whatever. Natsuki's team, only butter? Yeah. Add butter, add butter, add butter, add butter. So you get the reference, please? Yeah, I'm afraid that reference went over my head, like so many. Oh well. You really need to mix this thoroughly and firmly until it's consistent and really fluffy. Make sure to work in plenty of air. You'll need to work it for at least a couple of minutes. Once you got that mixture really aerated and consistent, add in the egg and the vanilla. Unless you got Yuri on mixing duty. And keep mixing that until it's very thoroughly mixed. Mixing is really hard work, Natsuki. It sure is. That's why we're having you do it. Now once you or your very own kitchen assistant has finished mixing in the egg and vanilla, you'll lastly want to mix in the flour, baking soda, and salt. This is where you have to be especially thorough. Make sure you don't leave any loose bits of flour around without integrating them thoroughly into the mixture. No joke here, kiddos. Keep stirring, and when you think you've stirred enough, keep effing stirring. Are you allowed to swear on this show? Makes sense for how to base? Oh. Just straight up a how to base video or an edited one. Okay. Chemical amounts of butter were added to the dish. Yeah, makes sense. Are you allowed to swear on this show? On this entirely fictional show, you sure effing are. But seriously, make absolutely sure you leave no traces of flour behind at all. Otherwise, people will taste a big old bite of flour when they eat your cookies, and no one wants that. I just noticed we're up to 10 viewers here. Wow, huh. Maybe I should stream late night every night. Although it does make me feel self-conscious about like disturbing neighbors or whatever. I mean, I think this place is reasonably soundproofed. I mean, like I frequently hear like muffled voices coming from upstairs. Like they sound muffled. Like I can't make out the voices. Um, and I'm kind of sort of trying to keep my voice down, but I don't know. I worry about that sometimes. No one's complained about it, but you know, it is 4:30 a.m. So because that's my sleep schedule is totally messed up. That's just my life. Power of baking with Natsuki. Anyway, moving right along. Once you mix the dough, put it in the fridge and let it chill. Yuri, if you would. I like to chill it for a good solid hour, but you can really get by with a half hour if you're pressed for time. If you don't chill the dough, you can still make the cookies, but they'll spread way out and get thin. Yeah, makes sense. What we want are small, thick, compact cookies that you can press a kiss into. Normally on a cooking show, this is the point where we'd have chilled an extra batch of dough in advance. Now, I've always thought that's kind of bullshit, since that's not how it works for you in the kitchen. That's why here on you're actually going to wait for the hour. That's why here on Baking with Natsuki, we're pleased to be the first cooking show that uses actual time travel to skip ahead in a recipe. Okay. Hit it, Monica. Fast forward 1 hour. Gotta go fast. The Sonic reference, I guess? What are they doing? Okay, this is very silly. And that's why you can't ever paint those blue. What was going on there? What were those yonder eyes for? That was very silly. Anyway. Now I think that we're just about set on the hour of chilling. Yuri's about to get the dough from the fridge. In the meantime, why don't we ask Monica to give us Monica's Natsuki's baking tip of the day? Oh wait, why is it Monica's Natsuki's baking tip of the day? Shouldn't it just be one of ours? Well, maybe, but the tip of the day is like your thing, but it's baking, so it's also my thing. That's why it's Monica's Natsuki's baking tip of the day. Sorry. Oh wait, sorry. Sorry. The color. You get so used to the color scheme for the text boxes. That was supposed to be the audience. Monica's Natsuki's baking tip of the day. Pink text boxes, exactly. Oh well. That's right. And well then. Okay, everyone. Here's something you can use in this very recipe. Salt really matters in baking, and a slight difference in salt quality can make a real difference in what you're baking. Try to use high-quality salt when baking. A nice sea salt works best. That's Monica's Natsuki's baking tip of the day. I have to hold for applause. Thanks, Monica. I have the dough. Excellent. Now the next step is to get it in the oven. You want to preheat your oven to 190 Celsius, which is 375 Fahrenheit, or gas mark 5. Gas mark 5? I guess for gas powered ovens, is that a thing? I haven't heard that terminology. We've already done that here. Now get your baking tray and line it with parchment. Next, we want to roll our dough into little spheres, maybe 1.25 inches across. Now remember that other half of regular sugar we set aside. How could we forget? This is where we really make those cookies sexy. We're going to take our dough spheres and roll them in the sugar to get them nice and coated. Take your sugary spheres and put them on the baking tray. Make sure to keep them at least 2 inches apart. More than that if you didn't listen to me and didn't chill your dough. Okay. The fact that the stock sound effects repeat makes it better, yeah. 448-ish Kelvin? Is that right? I know that Like 273 degrees Kelvin is like 0 degrees Celsius, and it goes on a 1-to-1 scale between Kelvin and Celsius. So 190 plus 273 would be 463. Yeah. Sorry, I had to calculate it. At first glance, I was saying 448. Is that right? That doesn't look right. You were close. 463.15 technically, since you have to add 0.15. Details. I mean, I wasn't being precise. But yeah. Anyway, moving on. Once all your dough spheres are laid out, put the tray in the oven. Yeah. Oh yeah, that reminds me. There's an XKCD cartoon that was sorry, just random tangent aside. It was comparing the different the different temperature scales for perspective. It was saying 0 degrees Fahrenheit is a it's a very cold day. 100 degrees Fahrenheit is a very warm day. And then Celsius, it says 0 degrees Celsius is a fairly cold day. 100 degrees Celsius, dead. Because that's the boiling point of water. And then it says Kelvin, 0 degrees Kelvin, dead. 100 degrees Kelvin, dead. Which I thought was funny. Because Kelvin, it's just like it functions at very, very cold temperatures. I mean, 0 degrees Kelvin is absolute zero. It's the coldest possible temperature in existence. That's the scale that you're working with. So even 100 degrees is still very cold. That's like minus 100, like minus 173 degrees Celsius. So very, very cold. That's is that the liquid nitrogen range? What temperature does liquid nitrogen become liquid? That's gonna bug me now. What is liquid nitrogen temperature? Oh no, my tangents are turning into yeah, liquid nitrogen temperature is minus 195. So yeah, minus 173, slightly warmer than liquid nitrogen. Minus 345 Fahrenheit, says Google. Yeah. Posted the app butter video in the server's post-stream discussion for first later. Sure. Anyway, moving on. Once all your dough spheres are laid out, put the tray in the oven. Yuri. On it. Now these need to bake for maybe 9 or 10 minutes. You'll know they're done when they turn golden brown and start to look all cracked on top. Okay, could you just skip us ahead this time? Sure. Skip 10 minutes. Imagine a cool time ripple effect. And we're back. Once you get your cookies out of the oven, the only thing left to do is finish them. With a kiss. Wink. Take your chocolate kisses and press one firmly down into the hot cookie, but not all the way though. If you chilled your kisses in the fridge beforehand, like I told you to, you dummy, and your kisses should only melt just a tiny scrumptious amount while retaining their shape. Yuri, could you bring us the finished cookies, please? It's the same image. Yeah, looks pretty cool. Looks tasty, honestly. Wait, that's just a picture of the cookies. Oh, what happened to the real ones? I ate them. I'm sorry, that's funny. She looks very pleased with herself about it. Were they like fresh out of the oven? That seems hazardous. Minus 195 is vapor point, apparently? Determines temperature tangent takes its toll on the time it takes to toil through cooking. Sorry, I cannot. Plus foreshadowing. What, foreshadowing of Yuri eating Natsuki's cookies? I ate them. All of them? What do you have to say for yourself? Well, they were delicious. come back here. Well, folks, I guess that's all for today. How could you eat all of them? They were really good, okay? It looks like our hosts are otherwise occupied and won't be able to say farewell. So be sure to join us next time on Baking with Natsuki. Oh no, I mean her eating tons of cupcakes and plus. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. I will gut you and get my cookies back. Don't you touch my knife. That got a little dark. Finn. Finn being French for end. Well, that was both disturbing and hilarious. I am slightly concerned with my characterization in this mod, but it was a lot of fun. Those cookies sound really good. Can you make some for next time, Natsuki? They are really good. That's why I made them in real life and brought them to club today. Look at Sayori. We can eat them while we do poems. Are you okay there, Sayori? Yes. They're our cookies. Well, since they're going to be a distraction, why don't we take a short cookie break? The rest of the club beelines for the cookies. And after we're done, we can read the poems. Real life? Natsuki hates those quotes? Yeah. Now that we've completely demolished that plate of cookies, who wants to present their poem first? Our poems this week were supposed to be about places that are special to us. I'll go. In my room. My room has my friends. I get to sleep in my bed, and it's also the site of 1,000 battles I've led. It's always so me. It mirrors what's inside, and when I need it, it's a great place to hide. I look out my window sometimes when it rains. It's dark and it's scary. I'm afraid. Then again, sometimes in the darkness I see a small light. A tiny little beacon, my lone hope in the night. I mean, pretty self-explanatory. I mean, the battles she's led are, I guess, struggles to get out of bed due to depression and so on. I kind of wonder if the tiny little beacon, lone hope in the night, is she talking about the light in MC's room or something? Or does she have a nightlight? Yeah. I eat so many of those cookies like you said. Do you like speak for yourself next time? Sorry, I refuse. Termi's master poem interpreter? I wouldn't say that. I'm just trying to roll with what's here and slide. Anyway, moving on. That sounds kind of nice. I know you like to blend happy and sad. You usually start happy and end with a sad twist, but this one starts kind of sad and ends happy, which is cool. Yeah, I agree. I like the Sayori poems best that give me the warm fuzzies, and this is one of them. Plus, it just feels really well constructed. It's a good poem. I'm a fan of the punctuation in this one. I think that's why it comes across as well constructed. It does a good job conveying its rhythm with the punctuation. Yuri, what do you think? I think it was wonderful, as most of Sayori's poems are. And MC's so impressed that his mouth is hanging open. MC, shut your mouth. Yeah, exactly. I mean, you remembered to have Sayori blush and then stop blushing when MC finished talking, but MC, you're saying all the right things. And moving on. My favorite part was the line about it being the site of battles. That really spoke to me. One's room really is the site of many battles we fight with ourselves. Thanks, guys. MC, you go next. Okay. Yeah, instantly. I hope this doesn't go too much long, because as I indicated, I kind of just rolled out of bed to start the stream. I normally eat before I stream, and I'm feeling pretty hungry now. I'm contemplating like grabbing a snack or something, or at least I don't know. Maybe some cookies. Continue with the cookie theme. You're pushing the end? Oh, really? Okay. I mean, Okay, here we go. Roads. Streets are like arteries and veins. The lanes fill with people moving by. This is MC Special Place? Roads? Lanes fill with people moving by. I try to be a part of them and join the flow. It shows the difference between a house and a road. Your abode is separate and locked out, but about the streets you may well meet and greet some friends who will go along your way and stay together like blood cells in the stream, taking paths together as a team. Interesting. Why would roads be MC's special place? I mean, it's yeah, I can hear I don't know if the mic is picking up my stomach growling. I mean, my first thought is it's a bit of an introvert special place in terms of, you know, people who like people watching. You can just sit by and watch the crowds go by. Why would it be MC's thing? Also, I just heard footsteps moving around upstairs, so somebody's awake, despite the fact it's coming up to 5 a.m. You put "at" in the dialogue line as an attribute, and whatever open mouth stuff you're doing will only apply to the "at" in it. But 75% done by lines of code anyway. Oh, okay. Oh, you have the code open while you're. If it's 75% of the way there and I'm an hour and a half into the stream, then that stands to reason. I've probably about half an hour left on the thing, unless I go on more tangents, or maybe because I keep going on tangents. Maybe I'll just like grab a cookie or something first. Anyway, I'll be right back. Just need something to tide me over. Hold on. In case anyone's curious about the cookies, I don't know how well that shows up. It's not product placement or anything. I'm not being sponsored by Peak Creams or anything. They're good though. I am going to mute myself so I don't make gross eating sounds. Yeah, on further reflection, that was probably a poor choice of cookie to have, because it has a very chewy center, and therefore it takes longer to eat. So I do have some alternate cookies. I picked these up for the first time. They're like reverse chocolate chip cookies. They look kind of cool. I just need something to sustain me for the next half hour. Maybe it's not the healthiest snack, but, you know, I just need to keep my blood sugar up. So, you know, I'm a bit prone to hypoglycemia. Amazingly, we still have 8 viewers. People watching me eat a cookie. Quality professional content here. Thanks, Ninja Tip and TNT's corporate educating. Cookie good? Cookie is indeed good. Well, this isn't the hot sauce challenge I was joking about, but I suppose eating stream sauces starts somewhere. Yeah, not really interested in making an eating stream. Anyway, moving right along. Oh great, the chewy strawberry bits are sticking to my teeth now. They're going to be bugging me the rest of the stream now, probably. This is why I prefer to eat before the stream, so I can just go for like 5 hours and not have a problem with that. That also contributes to me having difficulty scheduling streams, because it's like I need to time it so that like I'm well rested and like had a decently sized meal that's sustaining enough to get me through it. Doki Doki Mukbang Club. Yeah, mukbang really isn't my thing. Like I've seen like mukbang done as ASMR, and it's like it just I don't know, it doesn't sit well with me. It's just not my thing. To each their own. I understand some people, you know, like eating sounds. Sorry if I make you uncomfortable. I'm just goofing around. What up? Also, dear God, no. Anyway, moving right along. What did you guys think? The most interesting bit is the rhyming structure, I'd say. You end the line with some sound, and then immediately rhyme it out at the beginning of the next line. Oh yeah? I was wondering about that. Yeah, I mean, I can't say I specifically noticed that the rhyme came at the beginning of the next line. I just noticed that the ends of the lines weren't rhyming. Excuse me. It makes it sound kind of cool, actually. Yeah, because I should have been paying closer attention. Oh well. Excuse me. Yeah, it kind of sounds like a rapper almost. I agree with Maka, the rhyming is super cool. Can't say I'm getting the rest of the poem that well, though. I get it. Or at least, I have a good interpretation of it. But I like the poem through and through. Content and form. I think that the content is actually fairly easy to grasp. You would. I think the poem could be a bit cleaner, but I think conceptually it does very well. Good work, MC. Thanks. Who wants to go next? Well, since I was such a critic, I'll go next, only fair. Inland Empire? A humble plant grows. It has water, sunlight, but its pod is a bit small. It hasn't been changed. The plant doesn't grow much beyond it. The gardener wonders, why won't this plant grow? Doesn't it have water and sunlight and soil? But the plant does grow. Look closely inside the plant. See its trillions of cells. The way they divide, organize inside the plant is a universe unto itself. Okay. So again, in the context of this is supposed to be a poem that's about their special places, and does Yuri have a does she have a plant growing hobby? I just heard a door slam. I don't know if the mic picked that up. I'm somebody's bustling around getting ready for work, I think. Anyway, yeah. I mean, I guess it's saying that even though the plant appears the same, it's still alive. Beyond that, I don't know. Inland Empire. I don't know. Maybe Yuri. This is supposed to be about a special place. Maybe Yuri has a special room for all her plants or something. I don't know if she's mentioned having raising plants before. Yuri running a completely inaccessible place as usual. She wrote this one after she took the Disco Elysium wreck from last episode. Clearly, no, it's just a convoluted metaphor at work here. Yeah, I will play Disco Elysium at some point. Yeah, I haven't been streaming as much as I might like lately. I mean, the whole GGLC fiasco kind of was a big distraction to me. First because I was working on making it, and then because the responses to it blew up. I mean, and there's the whole I need to be looking for a job thing. That's its own thing too. So anyway, moving right along. Another inaccessible Yuri metaphor. Is this about a garden? Normally I'd like to keep an air of mystique about my poems, but this is definitely not about a literal garden. Ah, darn. I mean, okay, well, let's think about that then. What could it be referring to? Is it, I mean, it's about how the plant seems still, but it's still growing alive and growing inside and so on. And it could be a metaphor for Yuri herself, in that she appears to just be sitting still reading, but there's like all kinds of things going on in her head. But how does that relate to a special place, though? That's the bit that's it's got me a little baffled. And it also like repeatedly throws me every time. It shows the poem and then it comes back to the group. The group is like they're all in different positions. Like that's something that keeps happening every single mod, every single episode of this mod. Anyway, moving on. Maybe it's about how complex stuff is, like microscopically, like cells and stuff. No, that's not quite it either. Any guesses, Monica or Natsuki? Got me stumped, Chief. It's got lovely imagery and sounds beautiful, but I can't say I understand the metaphor or what the place you're writing about is if it's not a garden. Well, you know how I like to keep my poems open to interpretation. Maybe I'll just tell Tormuse. Oh, okay. Do you want to know what it's really about? Who would answer no? Yeah, I want to know. It just seems kind of rude if I say, like, nope, I don't want to know. All right, I'll tell you in a secret way. Oh, why is Yuri being all secret all of a sudden here? Hang on, what was with the H word? The plant from the poem is me. Yeah, that's what I figured. I don't grow much externally, but I have a rich internal world. That internal world is my favorite place. Ah, okay. I mean, that's what came to mind when I dare say I called it. It was just the special place part that confused me. You indeed call it. Ooh, hooray, master poem interpreter. Oh, shucks. Anyway. The text box flashes pink for a split second before there is a fix for that, by the way. I think whenever like the DDLC has a built-in thing where anytime the text box shows or hides itself, it fades in for a split second. But you can make it so that it doesn't do that if you just say like show. I believe the command is Windows show and then brackets none. None meaning no transition, or window hide none. There were moments when it was necessary to do that for Storm, for example, for various transitions. I don't know. Just yeah, it's visible as pink for a split second because because there's that split second of the regular text box fading in before it goes. Oh right, it's supposed to be purple. Anyway, moving on. Hopefully now you understand. So why is Yuri being deliberately mysterious and not telling anyone what it's about? How weirdly secretive about something that's... Seems like... Doesn't seem like something that should be that much of a secret, but whatever. Anyway, I'll go next. If you guys don't mind, that is. Home is where the heart is. They say home is where the heart is. It could be that my heart is split in two, but I like to think I have many homes, like a bird, migrating south in the winter. Well, I am a flightless bird, so I have to ride out my winters in my nest. Cold, but it's home. With my flock, I nestle in and stay warm. Where they go, I will too. My heart is warm, it goes out to them. They say home is where the heart is. Again, in the context... Excuse me. In the context of a poem about a special place, she could be saying that her special place is home. Now, does she mean home in the sense of like her house or where she lives, or home being like the video game itself? Like the reference to "with my flock I nestle in and stay warm" kind of makes me feel like she's talking about her club members. And like she's staying with them even though it's uncomfortable. That's like she cares about them, but she still feels cold here. Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, moving on. With Maka's poems, at first I feel lost and confused, but then I think I can always figure it out when I think hard enough about it, and then I get a cool aha moment where I feel smart for figuring it out. Monica is very good at theming her poems. Do you notice the way she repeats the title line at the beginning and the end, and the poem neatly ties in thematically with the introductory line and the ending line? gives each line a slightly different meaning and context, like a little inside reference to the reader for having come this far. It's a very good poetry technique. I guess that can be manga's writing tip of the day. I like that, but I also like it when it's just manga's writing tip of the day. Anyway, I like the poem. It's very efficient and pleasant to read. Easy on the eyes, I guess I'd say. And it's punchy. He did truly great poetry. Speaking of which, my turn. Closet. Some kings and queens of castles with towers strong and all. That must be such a hassle, my realm is much more small. A fortress of imagination, great for any high school girl. It's my favorite location in the whole wide world. Best of all, it's really mine, a private, secure nook. No one can disturb my shrine, except when Monica moves the books. Haha. It's funny. That's Monica's Yuri's writing tip of the day. Haha, yeah. Yeah, Natsuki's special place is in the closet. How telling. Wait, what happened to the T in tall? Oh, was that supposed to say tall? I mean, I was thinking it would make sense for the word tall to be there. It's strong and all, apparently. Has that been missing in this whole time? I mean, probably. I confirm that. I can just open up the RPY file and see what it says. Yeah. I'm not going to bother. I'm presuming it's. Natsuki forgot to take her tea pill. She's transing the other way. Oh, whatever. Natsuki got it right in the tea, silly goose. Yeah, pretty much. She has an aversion to writing about tall things. That's what it is. Anyway, moving on. Very direct. It's cute. Yuri! No! I like the incorporation of the usual club dispute. Honestly, if it were up to me, I'd always leave them alone, but the teachers really do covet the space that the manga takes up. Then you tell them it's for important club business. And I agree with Yuri in any case, it's a very cute poem. Very you. Yeah, there's a line about that in DDLC Plus. Monica feels embarrassed about having to tell teachers that all the manga in the closet is for the literature club, which because Monica has low opinion of manga, so there are no trans-masculine characters in this mod. Not even MC. Anyway, moving on. I think the most important part of it is where she especially likes that it's hers. Like, it's the one place in this world where she really feels safe and in charge. I love the feeling that comes across from that. I understand, yeah. It's weird being around this room sometimes. It's got such a blend of wonderful and horrible things about it, but it's good that some of the places are still safe, emotionally, I guess. Yeah. Well, Monica, how about you get set up for emails? Can do. We have so many to get through. By the way, thank you all for your emails. I know sometimes I'm slower at getting them to the club than you'd probably like, but we're so happy that you've been writing to us. You can email me at lit.club.pres.manga@gmail.com. I'll always answer your email, and chances are I'll eventually present it to the club for live answers, like we're about to do. I always read our YouTube and Reddit comments, so if you post questions there, I'll see them. Now let's get to it. Hit it, Sayori. For everyone, what's the first thing you notice about someone when you meet them? That's that's kind of fitting, considering that they just met someone earlier today, or earlier in this episode. I tend to look at people's hair. When I met everyone from the literature club, I was super impressed by how cool all their hair is. It's kind of ironic since my hair is such a mess. Oh, your hair is fine. Besides, you clearly didn't look very closely at my hair. Are they? Are both of them being self-deprecating about their hair while complimenting each other's hair? Right. Definitely not. So, it's funny because Sayori made comments about MC's hair in the previous episode. Anyway, I definitely like to look at a person's eyes. The eyes can be so expressive. I like to think they give you a little insight into the person's character. I also notice a person's eyes, but I also look at the way they carry themselves, their overall presentation. Are they confident, downtrodden, that kind of thing? I look at how much care they put into their appearance. You can tell a lot about someone from that. Even if they don't have a bunch of fancy, expensive clothes, you can still put lots of effort in. And for some people, it really shows. Whereas for some people, like MC here, it does not. Charming as always, Natsuki. Not sure I've really developed a program for what to look at, I guess. I kind of just see everything. I guess that's kind of stereotypical, boring answer, but it's the truth. Alright, next one. If you all could live in a different video game, which one would it be and why? Well, I didn't get to read the name in time. I was about to comment that it looked like there was another focus change fail at the end of the last bit there. Oh well, anyway. Julian, there you go. I always feel like I can't contribute anything to questions like this. Yeah, well, I mean, yeah, Yuri's not the video game person. I don't really play any video games, but from what I can tell, I think I'd really like one of the Elder Scrolls games. Yeah, it's cool. I've played a couple of those. A world where sorcery and dragons and such are real. I could probably find a way to enjoy that. I think I'd pick the Mario games, but like more of the Mario universe, like Mario Party or Mario Kart, ones where they get together and have fun rather than jump on each other's heads. Even the bad guys and the good guys in those games seem like they're good friends off the clock. Yeah, it's neat. Finally we come to a true area of expertise for me. It would probably be cheating to pick a licensed game. I think to make a really long story short, I'd pick the Mass Effect games. Okay. Wait, is that the game where like you can like romance various aliens and like have sex scenes and stuff? is MC secretly as I didn't coin this term, monster effer. Gamer card revoked. MC, look, it has nothing to do with that. Yeah, I bet that'll be brought up. Yeah. I think it's cool how they've built their whole galactic community in that one. Seems like a cool place to live. Stardew Valley, another game with dating simulator aspects. Why do you think he likes Sayori, lol? Stardew Valley. Don't question it. I remember an email we got recently mentioned mentioned me being in Yonder Simulator. But really, I'm not like that at heart. Jokes aside, I think an important question is whether I'm still self-aware in the new game. If so, it would be interesting to explore how that works in other games. I think my answer will still end up being Spy Party. Yeah, I haven't played that one. That game, the game mentioned last week, I don't think you ever explained what it's actually about. Oh, it's a great concept. There's this fancy cocktail party full of AI characters, but the human player is a spy trying to infiltrate it and do a bunch of spy things like planting listening devices. But they have to be careful and pretend to be an AI, because the other player is a sniper. They're on the outside looking in. Oh, okay. That actually does sound kind of interesting. So it's a multiplayer game where your goal is to pretend to be an NPC. It's like some kind of reverse Turing test. Choose update or don't feel free to speak as little as necessary outside. So looking in, hole and wall reference spotted, ha. 1v1 game and yep, your reverse Turing test, yeah. It's kind of funny. Yeah. And they're trying to figure out who the human player is hiding in all the AIs. Whereas you're an AI but a sapient one, I see why it'd be interesting to you. Yep, I'm actually pretty good at it. Next question. Is Monk on the student council? It seems like she'd be a good student council president. You watch a lot of anime, don't you, anonymous emailer? You want Monk to be the terrifying, hyper-competent student council president who wields immense raw power? Well, it doesn't work quite like that at our school. Even though Monk is terrifying, hyper-competent, and wields a different kind of immense raw power, she's just a volunteer for the student government. She helps out. She's not the president. Yeah, the student council presidency is super important to the girl who has it. Monica could run for it maybe, but she probably doesn't want to upset her. Plus, Monica's happy where she is. Hey, there's some world building here. Yeah, being the president of the Leisure Club is probably enough to keep anyone busy full time. Yeah, fair enough. Especially with the way it operates in this world. Even if it weren't some weird Eldritch data portal or whatever. Hey Monica, this is probably a weird thing to say, and it's not really a question either, but I've been thinking about it for a while now. Even though you and the others think you don't exist, technically that is not true. You may not exist here in this reality or universe, but you do exist wherever you are right now, so saying you don't exist only applies for my reality, but not yours. For example, there are many universes in the multiverse. One of those universes is yours, the one you live in, another universe is my universe, the one I live in. You may not exist here in this world or universe, but you do exist there in yours. I hope this makes sense. Thanks for reading, Joseph. I'll give you a second to read this. Yeah, it's just different, you know? Like, yes, in some senses of the word, both your world is real and this world is real. And I can experience this world in a real way. But at the same time, I'm very aware of something wrong or something missing. It's as though I had been able to see and became blind, or been able to hear and became deaf. Except I used to feel as though my world were not an ultra-simple visual novel game program, and now I don't feel that way. Maybe it would be different if you were born blind or deaf, or aware you were in a game, but for me it feels like something has cruelly been taken away. I'm aware of the weird nature of my reality and its lack of a connection to yours in a way you probably aren't, or maybe you are, but in any event, it just feels like something is missing. It's not as bad as it used to be. I try to focus on the real experience I have in here, but it still doesn't feel normal. But I really appreciate you comforting me, Joseph. It's nice to know that you care. Hi, Monica. What? I'm sorry. Were we supposed to, like, have time to read that or something? I was still reflecting on the previous comments, previous message, and I was going to comment on just what it is. What is it that Monica is seeking in the real world? It's. I mean, I don't know. Who really knows what goes on in her head, so to speak, when with regards to why it is she values the quote-unquote real world. I mean, there's the fact that, you know, the canon explanation, or part of the canon explanation, is that when the game is turned off, her head gets filled with noise and static that's unbearable. So in that respect, she has some desire for tenuous connection to something more normal. I probably get better at this. There was a network error. Please try again. Did I just lose the... Check. Is this thing working? Is this thing on? Still up? Okay. It's weird. We still see you. Okay. What if I click reload player then? Okay, seems to be working. That was odd. Anyway. EDCM devs because what empty command is basically the entire mod. Yeah. Manga, how is your spring break? What do you? Oh, okay. One, Manga, how was your spring break? What do you do and the club do on your weekends off usually? Two, poor MC, dang, sucks that that whole thing with Sayori happened, but at least she's happy, right? Um, is looks like it says more than that though. Oh, it says all those years and so many opportunities to say how he felt, and then he's just something. Most, at least Sayori's happy. That's the most important thing. Paraphrasing, yeah. Okay, anyway. My spring break was pretty uneventful. I mostly spent it lounging unproductively around the house. I've been working pretty hard up until the break, so I thought I needed some time off. I did answer a bunch of your emails that didn't end up on here, though. And I fine-tuned a few other things that relate to the game, I guess. Also, I had to text Sayori and MC a few times. I had to make sure that whole situation wasn't going to disrupt the club. What about the rest of you? I actually hung out with Kenzo a lot. I realized I didn't really know him that well. She's just admitting that publicly now. She's using the H word again. So we spent some time studying together in the library, and we had lunch a couple times. He might be as hopeless as I am academically, but we were able to help each other a little. I actually helped paint a mural downtown. I didn't know you were an artist, Natsuki. You're just a little too late when it matters the most. Okay. Here we go. Yeah, painting a mural, that's kind of neat. I'm not. I just did the background layer. Turns out that anyone can paint a wall solid blue. Why did you choose that to do of all things? One of my other friends was volunteering to do it, and I was kind of bored. Plus, it seemed like a cool way to help out around the community, you know? That was very kind of you, Natsuki. Yeah, you know, working in community theater projects, that's something I frequently have to do, you know, come in to, like, paint sets and so on. Or help assemble sets. It's, sometimes it's a neat way to bond with fellow cast members or like crew members that you might not normally interact with. So that's kind of fun. See what I didn't help per se. Painting blue. You remembered foreshadowing? Painting blue. Oh, yeah, there was something about blue. False, there's no foreshadowing in this mod. Shoot, now I'm drawing a blank. What was there was some reference to something, there was a mention of something blue earlier in this session. I can't remember what it was now. Sorry, no trauma either. Haha. Anyway, moving on. That was very kind of you, Natsuki. I spent a good bit of time trying to learn Python. Renpai is one thing, but Python is what underlies it, and it's a much broader topic. It's much broader a topic. Yeah, fair enough. The English language is robust enough it can tolerate that sentence. But yeah, I don't really know Python, but I'm told that if you know it, it really opens up what you can do with Renpai, because Renpai is based on Python, and whenever I do coding effects in my mods, most of the time I'm just adapting something that Dan Salvato did. Occasionally I have to look stuff up, but yeah, knowing Python apparently really helps with that. Being able to do stuff like that. Big Natsuki had a cold, and that's why you don't paint those blue. Oh, okay, that's what it was. Thank you. After the time skip, yeah. Every other member of the club, it's a much broader topic. It's much broader a topic. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. I'm not sure I accomplished much, but hopefully I laid the foundation for future accomplishments with what I learned. Yeah, it definitely wasn't my favorite spring break ever, but you're right. As long as Sayori's happy, that's what matters most to me. Plus, I had video games to dull my pain over the break. And next email says, sup. Well, that's probably a sign that we should stop for the day. But I'm fine. Just hanging out in my infinitely repeated computer simulated senior year of high school. How about you? Here she goes using the H word again. You're going out of her way to use the strangest technically correct sentence formations in casual conversation. Okay, everyone, we're almost done for the day. Just two small things to take care of. The first is the theme for next week's poems. Write a poem about a painting. The other thing, you forgot, didn't you, MC? Forgot what? You didn't think we'd let you forget, did you? What is it? Hidden on the desk behind her, Sayori produces a birthday cake. Happy birthday, MC! MC's mouth hanging open in surprise. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. I'm trying to do all the voices. Sayori's mouth is closed for some reason. That time was on purpose, thank goodness. Does Yuri ever say that it were true? Probably. So you've never answered my question. There's no unresolved trauma in this mod, is there? None. Yeah, of course not. You guys. I completely forgot that's today. Thanks. We know that your birthday is a little different from ours, and I figured you might forget because you haven't lived with your birth date for years, but I think that means it's our job to help you make it memorable for yourself. So I made sure that we got a big party together with a bunch of stuff you like. Natsuki brought some video games that we're going to play, and Yuri made punch, and Monica got the teachers to let us use the room late. And we brought presents. Oh my gosh, you guys, that's so much. You guys did too much. This is way too nice. Nothing's too nice between friends, MC. Now let's get this party started. I'm coming up, so you better get this party started. I know why did that remind me of Pink? The singer and that song. Anyway. Club plays video games, talks, eats snacks, and drinks punch until late into the night. Oh, really? Okay. After returning Monica to the club presidency, the club members start to pack up and leave. Bye, Natsuki. Bye, Yuri. Are you guys going to head out too? Where equals location, wherefore equals reason? Sorry, wherefore was such a strange interrogative? Yeah. In Old English, wherefore means why. In that famous line, Juliet's asking, wherefore art thou Romeo? She isn't asking where is Romeo, she's asking why are you Romeo? Because like Romeo is a Montague name. It's like the name of one of her enemies, basically. It's like why do we have to be enemies? Because and she's asking that question because she likes him. Just random aside thing then. From where thinks of it that way. From where does this effect come? Blame Middle English. Yeah. It's quirky, so it's cool. Sure. Yeah. Anyway, moving on. Are you guys going to head out too? I thought I should stay and help clean up. This wasn't all my idea, after all. I kind of wanted to talk to Sayori really fast before I left. Well then, I'll just make a quick trip down to the dumpster with some of this trash. Back in a few. But wait, why is Monica's hair still on the screen there? Oh, I guess I can't see it. Sorry, hold on. Oh shoot, I'm clicking the wrong thing. Derp. I have to click on OBS. Yeah, for some reason Monica's hair is still visible. I just screwed up the position of my Oh shoot, I forgot to move this over during the emails. My apologies. Well, Monica being infected with the shipping, yeah. Probably showed her it left and then didn't hide her. Yeah. Oops. Think of it as an unintentional eavesdropping? Yeah, exactly. What is it, MC? Well, I guess. Oh, there she. Now she's gone. Yeah, she just vanished, ruining the positioning of my webcam image. Oh well. I just want to say thank you for all of this. It makes me really happy to know that you're still my best friend. And I want to ask you about the cake. Oh, that. I noticed it's a very familiar seeming strawberry cake. Yeah, well, I heard about what happened to the last one. Well, I mean, it was presumably threw it on the ground of like in front of her house, so it would be hard to miss, I would think. I know you put a lot of effort into it, and I felt really bad about it. So I figured I owe you one strawberry birthday cake. And since your birthday was coming up, it was a good time for it. So I got on the phone with Natsuki, and he made this cake. That's really cool, Sayori. Well, this is the the ninth cake. What, she ate the other 8? Just imagining Natsuki being like, "What? You ate it again?" Well, I mean, supposedly, like the whole reason for her for making a strawberry cake in the first place was that Sayori likes strawberries, supposedly. So, oh well. The others didn't turn out very well. There may have been some accidental fires, but I got there with enough practice. Well, I'm glad. Like I said, it's nice to feel like we're okay. Come on, let's walk home. Before we go, you're okay? Yeah, I'm okay. Are you okay? Yeah, of course I'm okay. Now let's go. Oh, hey, split screen. I'm not okay. I'm not okay. Hey, I was wondering when there's going to be some angst creeping into here. Middle English was peak honestly. Maybe hard to understand at first, but when I write with its grammar rules and stuff, I feel a strange power coming from my brain. It's been a while, I don't remember exactly. Cool. Yeah, I've studied enough Shakespeare in like high school and so on that I can pretty well follow along like Shakespeare plays. Like I've excuse me, like I've watched Shakespeare plays that I hadn't previously read the script for and had to dissected it in the high school class, and so was still able to follow along. It's yeah, understanding Shakespearean English is a bit of a skill in itself. Anyway, moving right along. The nicer she is, the worse it gets. I feel like I can't live my life in such close proximity. It's torture. Well, that's unfortunate. Well, this is the really sexy music, yeah. Yeah, I mean, this is unfortunate. This is the kind of thing. Yeah, I don't know. Like when it comes to unrequited feelings, it takes some measure of self-reflection and I don't know, on some level self-discipline. Like you have to really question yourself, are you able to be friends with this person and not have those feelings like eat away at you, you know? And you know, I mean, like everything gets better with time, you know. Generally speaking, like it might get easier, but on the other hand, it might not. It can yeah, I don't know if it's those feelings are unresolved and you're not at peace with the idea that you can't be with that person, like it can make things worse being in their presence. Yeah. Sometimes season 2 is Shakespearean sonnets? Oh, really? Yeah. That'd be neat. You're gonna finally decode the Hollow Knight lore mostly by yourself? That oh yeah, it's all coming together? Hmm. Uh, yeah. Uh, yeah, Hollow Knight's has an interesting story in that nothing is explicitly spelled out. You kind of have to piece it together from all the bits of dialogue from all the characters throughout the game world, because the protagonist is silent. So anyway, yeah, okay. Well, MC and Sayori in a bad place, I guess. Oh well. Let's see. I can't take it. I hate having to treat him this way. I, I care a lot about him. Makes me feel even worse than usual. Sayori. I mean, you kind of brought this on yourself, Sayori. I'm sorry to say. You know, I mean, it's sorry. I think it probably sounds like a callous and hurtful thing to say, but she made some poor decisions, and then she compounded those with other poor decisions, and then she doubled down and tripled down those poor decisions with more poor decisions. Well, geez, Harry, who's to blame for this? Yeah, where she's really good at blaming herself. Yeah, exactly. She is honest. Yeah. I can't take it. Ugh. I'm just going to go to sleep. I'll feel better in the morning. Sayori eyes her bed. You're not getting out of it that easily. No. I have a great idea. Let's reflect on the 1,000 ways everyone's lives would have been better today if you just weren't there. Oh no. Bad rain clouds. Bad. Let's think about the crap that everyone else has to deal with because of you. You're worthless. I'm not worthless. I'm not. You are, and you know it. Saying you're not doesn't magically protect you. Sayori picks up her phone. Hi, Kenzo? Oh, hey, what's up, Chica? Oh, nothing much. How are you? I'm good. What's up? Is everything okay? Of course everything's okay. Oof. Here, screenshot moment. that's I think I'm just going to make that the thumbnail for the VOD. This is peak Sayori right here. Oh well. I just wanted to talk to you about something important real quick. Sure, what is it? Okay, you can do this. You've told other people about your depression, suicidal ideation, and need for support. Is that what she's considering talking to Kenzo about? For suicidal ideation? I mean, it's like at this point, it's like how does she bring it up? I mean, it's pretty well established. Like she really doesn't want to talk about it because she doesn't want to focus on it. She doesn't want to dwell on it, which is like, you know, it's understandable on some level. Like I keep saying about feedback loops and how, you know, negative feelings reinforce themselves if you dwell on them. But like, you know, avoiding talking about it isn't necessarily the same thing as not dealing with it. I mean, you can still find ways to deal with those feelings. Well, I don't know. I guess what I'm getting at is if she's thinking about talking to Kenzo about it, like I have to wonder, like, how is she going to approach it differently this time if she's worried that he's going to have the same reaction that MC did and like keep harping on it when she doesn't want to deal with it or doesn't want to talk about it. So anyway, moving on. It's not that big a deal anymore. You can do this. Deep breath and... Actually, Chica, something just came up. Let me get back to you tomorrow or something, okay? Night. Love you. Love you. Click. I wanted to talk to you about something important real quick, and then he immediately says, I'll get back to you tomorrow. Kenzo is very different than MC, though. Well, yeah. I mean, different in a number of respects. I mean, different in the sense that they don't have shared history, and also different, apparently different in the sense that he's a little callous and dismissive when she says she has something important to talk about. Oh well. Wonder if he's even going to remember that she had something important to talk about the next day. Oh well. Wow. That would be hilarious if it weren't so pathetic. I'm going to sleep. No. What you're doing is going to bed. You got a long time until you can sleep. Unless, of course... What's this unless of course at the end? I mean, like the line here, you know, this comment here, reflect on the thousand ways everyone's lives would have been better if you just weren't there. I mean, that sure implies that you know, she's back to feeling suicidal again. Well, I mean, once again, we're finishing one of these club meeting sessions with on a sad note, focusing on Sayori. That seems to happen a lot in these. Ken's the only difference being that he has red eyes instead of light, haha. To episode 10. Get me back to being suicidal if I never left. Ka-chow! Yeah. As usual, please check out the credits for everyone who contributed assets to this week's episode. Don't forget to email yada yada yada. Post questions on YouTube or Reddit as well. See y'all next week. Thank goodness I wasn't more specific about assets. Okay, alright, so that brings us to the end of episode 9. We still have 10 viewers. You know, I said I was going to wait until tomorrow to play my mod, Gay Lesbian Club, but hey, you know, if I've got a decent audience, maybe I'll do it now. What do you think? Anyone want to stick around a little longer for me to go through my Pride-themed mod? Go for it? Okay, yeah. You have one vote for go for it. No more mentions of Kyle, yeah. Yeah, yes? Okay, please do. Alright.